Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Blame It on the Stars, where we give you an inside look at what's going on in the universe so you can blame your problems on the stars. It is Jade here.
And it's Kara.
And this week, we're talking all about Mercury entering Libra. We are talking about it a week early just because there's a lot of other big things going on next week. But in case you missed it last week, a lot of other things happened as well. Mercury entered Virgo. Jupiter was trining the North Node. We had Uranus retrograde and the lunar eclipse in Pisces. So if you missed that but want to know more, then definitely check out last week's episode before diving into this one.
And just to give you a heads up, next week we will tell you everything that you need to know about Venus in Virgo, the solar eclipse in Virgo, and Mars entering Scorpio, and how all of those transits affect you.
A lot of big things all happening next week, so you can see why we're talking about this one a little bit early. And with that being said, let's dive into the episode. So Mercury will enter Libra on September 18th at 6:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And per usual, the date and time are from the website astroseek.com. What you need to know. Mercury in Libra is a time to focus on fairness, balance, and being more diplomatic in your communication style. So this is an energy that will really thrive on compromise, cooperation, and making it easier to see all sides of a situation or a conflict.
How you will feel. During this time, you're going to be more open to hearing different perspectives and also looking for compromise or harmony and balance in your conversations. Libra energy is really good at seeing all sides of things. So when it does come to your decision making, you might notice that you are a little bit more indecisive and really trying to weigh the pros and cons before making any final decisions.
And where this will show up in your life, you'll notice the Mercury and Libra energy more in your relationships of all kind, whether that is business, friendships, collaborations. This could also look like having to negotiate things, mediate things. This energy will be really felt most prominently when you're in any type of conversation that requires you to think fairly or see all sides of a situation.
What will become important to you? You're going to be more focused on creating a sense of balance or fairness in your interactions. You might notice that you are prioritizing your own peace and making decisions that avoid any unnecessary stress or complications. There also is more of a focus on keeping things constructive and finding solutions that work best for everyone involved, or just making sure that any compromises that are being made are equal on both sides.
If you're wondering how long this lasts, Mercury will be in Libra until October 6th at 12:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when Mercury will enter Scorpio.
And per usual, certain signs will be affected more than others. The signs that are most affected by Mercury in Libra are Libra, Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn. Personal placements only, meaning Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and or Mars.
And there are a few key dates you're going to want to pay attention to. These are the aspects that Mercury will make as it moves through Libra. Starting off on the day that Mercury enters Libra, it will be opposite Neptune. So there can be some confusion. Things might feel very foggy. It's going to be really important that on this day you are double checking facts and just being mindful of misunderstandings.
And then on September 19th, Mercury will be trine Uranus and trine Pluto. This is a day where your ideas are going to be flowing very intensely. You might notice that you are having some breakthroughs, sudden insights, or just thinking a little bit more innovatively with the aspect to Uranus. But at the same time, Pluto is all about depth and really diving into your thought processes or getting to know other people. So your conversations just might be a little bit more intense or less surface level than usual.
And then lastly, on October 1st, Mercury will square Jupiter, which does make for a day of having big ideas, thinking optimistically, and having some new exciting possibilities be presented to you. But it's going to be very important that you do not over promise or overcommit or overlook little details, since squares to Jupiter can cause us to overlook things. And that is it for this week's episode. Just a reminder, next week we'll be talking all about Venus in Virgo, the solar eclipse in Virgo, and Mars in Scorpio. So if you want to know more about that, then definitely make sure wherever you're listening to the podcast, you're subscribed with the notifications turned on so you don't miss when we post next week. But until then, that is all for now, and we'll see you all next Monday. Bye.